Welcome everybody to the first ever episode of the J&T Show. First time ever here. My name is Jose.
My name is Tony.
And here we're gonna, talk about a lot of stuff that we like. But how fitting it is that we're gonna start this show with probably one of your favorite characters of all time.
My favorite superheroes of all time, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. We just saw the movie. I know it's a little bit late, but first of all, Jose, what did you think about the movie? It's Michael Bay's not so much anticipated version of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Okay, the first thing you gotta realize about us is that he was a huge fan growing up. I wasn't. I found them boring. Didn't really watch the show, didn't read the comics, and I just, I basically knew their names. Yeah, like, there's April O'Neil, there's a rat that trains them, and, like, the bad guy called Shredder. And went into this movie with very low expectations, but because since I never liked them, didn't really expect to now. But I left, pleasantly surprised. There was some good stuff in that movie, What do you feel as a comic fan? And
I have to admit, I had seen some reviews and all that stuff. I talked to a friend before going to the movie who saw it, and I was also going with very low expectations. I expected that I was gonna come out of there like it was an okay movie. It didn't destroy my childhood memories or anything like that. But I gotta say, I felt like I was 7 years old all over again. I loved it. I loved that movie. I loved the four turtles. Not so much of the story itself or April or anything like that. Just the four turtles. It was awesome. I want Michael Bay to do a second movie.
I like the movie, but I really wish someone else did this movie. Starting with the writing, like the characters were, apart from the movies, which I thought were perfect.
The turtles, you mean?
Yeah, the four turtles are perfect as far as their personalities. You got, Leo, who was the leader. You got Raphael, he was the rude one. He was always angry. Donatello, the smart one. And then Michelangelo, the funny one. Yeah, that was very well established, but
spot on. You gotta give props to Michael Bay on that one.
Yeah,
or whoever wrote that.
Yeah, but April O'Neil, Megan Fox, that did not seem like very April O'Neil-y to me.
No, it didn't. But I think she was okay with it. I don't have a problem with it. That's not her look. That's not April O'Neil's look. But hey, nothing is perfect. And. I'm not gonna go out there and say that it was the best movie I've ever seen in my life. I actually think the first TMNT, the one from 1990, that is a better movie.
That's
than this
the
one.
standard.
What?
That set the standard for movies.
Yeah. I mean, that's the best TMNT movie I've seen. There's been 5 if you count the CGI one in 2007, but this one for me is quite at the level almost as The Secret of the Ooze, because it felt like that tone. This one was even a little bit darker than Secret of the Ooze. It was not as dark as the first one, which I really hoped it would, but I know, I like the movie. For me, I would buy it on Blu-ray. I would love to have that movie in my house. If I wanted to have a good time, that is a movie I would like to see.
Personally, I don't know. I mean, the movie was good, but it wasn't great. It felt too Transformer-ish, and I've never been a big fan of those movies. Also, there were a few things with the writing that just did not get and took me out of the movie for a while. For example, no spoilers here. There was a part in the movie where Shredder just completely fighting with the turtles, and there was his assistant, in case you haven't seen it, or his lackey, he's going to New York in a helicopter. And somehow Shredder gets there first, even though we have no idea how he got to New York in the first place. His lackey went in a helicopter, and yet he got there first. Like, things like that threw me, were like, how did that happen?
Yeah, I'll admit, there's a bunch of that stuff, but what's your favorite part of the movie?
I think my favorite part of the movie is, no spoilers, but Shredder versus, Master Splinter. Easily, it was the best part of the movie.
That's not a spoiler. That is in the trailers, guys. My favorite part, I don't know if there's a part that I love the most, but just, every time I saw the turtles interact with each other, I mean, seriously, I marked out because I love the turtles. And like I said, I was 7 years old all over again.
Okay. Let me ask you this: which one was your favorite turtle in this movie?
In this movie, I have to say Raph and Mikey.
Really?
Yeah, and Raph. I don't know. Mikey was so spot on, man. He made me laugh.
He was funny.
Like,
he was funny.
He was very funny. Seriously, I mean, objectively, he was the best turtle in the movie.
He was the best part of the movie.
Yeah, but Raph, I don't know. He's such a badass, and at the end, he made me laugh so hard.
Yeah, I agree with that. But at the same time, you gotta go back to the other two turtles. Like Donatello, I get he's the smart one. He's like, I don't want to say he's the boring one, but his personality is gonna shine as brightly as the funny one or the rebellious one. But I'm really bothered with how Leonardo got portrayed. Somebody told me, oh yeah, he's the leader. He's always, in the background-ish because the other personalities shine around him. But in this movie, it felt like, I don't know who made him the leader. I mean, I know that he was Master Splinter, but why? He was the one that consistently got thrown around. Raphael basically was the badass of the movie, and basically personality-wise, you have the other turtles shining so much. He got in the background.
Let me tell you something. Raphael has always wanted to be the leader, always.
But he's not the leader.
But the fact is that he's not the leader because he's a hothead.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's why he cannot be the leader.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what. I'll give you that. Leonardo was chosen the leader, but there wasn't a background. Like when nothing showed us when they were little that that's why he was the leader. Yeah, I'll give you that one. Yeah. But everybody, that's something I saw in a review that said that actually you had sometimes to know the background of the turtles to know that that's why.
Yeah, because me personally, I have never seen the movie. I have never seen either of the movies, Secret of the Ooze and whatever it was the nameless, just Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie or the comics or the show. Never seen it. I just don't understand, why Leonardo is the leader since, he's in the smartest, he's not the strongest one, he's not the funniest, I did not get it because I didn't have the background on the characters like you did. So I was like, why is the weakest technically out of the four, the leader?
Character-wise, you mean?
Character-wise, but yeah, I did not understand. Yeah, and even, he might have been, just as strong as the others, but he did not show when he was fighting on screen.
Well, maybe not, but let's wrap this up, man, so that we don't have to drag on about it. What would you rate that movie? 1 out of 5?
1 out of 5. If I had to give it, I would give it a 3.
A 3?
A 3.
So you would go watch it again?
Maybe not to the movies, but if I caught it, maybe a year or two on TV and I had nothing else to do, sure, I'll watch.
Okay, I would give it, and this is like a big fan of the Turtles, I would give it a 4. I would give it a 4. I'm not going to give it a 5 because I'm not that crazy about it because I'll admit it wasn't the best movie ever. I can't wait to see the second though. But I would give it a 4. I would buy it and I would have it right there in my shelf, ready to see it.
In your shelf.
Oh yeah.
In your shelf.
In my shelf. I would see it, a couple of times, in a year. I would see it a couple of times. I'm not gonna say I'm gonna see it every day, but it was a cool movie for me. I loved it, and I think that's it for our first show.
So, what do you agree? Do you agree with our reviews? Do you side with him? Did you love the movie? Or are you with me? Did you feel like he was kind of good, or did you hate it, or you gave it a 5? Tell us in the comments. Remember to subscribe because we're just starting. We want to come with every single person support that is watching us right now, and I hope you enjoyed this video, guys.
That's all. Good night.
Bye.
Have a good day.